little tiny bit later than I wanted to, but you know how that goes, I'm sure. Um, so before I get going here, what did I do? I grabbed those shards because I had a few minutes. I fixed my inventory, went to the war table. I finally made Varric that... Sure I did. Armor, that's the word. Sorry, need more coffee. Um, so the armor that he was wearing, which was originally for Sarah, is actually on Sarah. So just gonna show you that real quick. Um, hers was ram leather. I made his out of fennec. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Um, made his out of fennec fur. Let me see here. Load. You can do it. There we go. So, it's gray. I think he looks great in gray. I hate that hat, though. Um, so, the defense slots, canine leather, and blue vitriol. Canine leather gets you cold resistance. Blue vitriol was 5% stagger on being hit. And then I had enough bear hide to give him +8 dex, so that was nice. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna get started here because we're going to Redcliffe.
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
Oh, well, that's not something I had considered. I believe I need to wait a minute and a half for Leliana to be done with her mission first. Whoops. Alright, well, in the meantime, we can at least take a look at the Inquisition perks. Just because I was talking to one of my watchers about these yesterday, I almost always focus, not that you can tell from this screen because I don't have Cullens yet, but I usually focus on the information ones first. Like, enhanced studies, you get extra experience. And then I try to do what my character might know. So, like, history knowledge that could be relatively common knowledge. I'm not saying that a Dalish elf would have it, but you know, it's possible. So start with that and kind of go from there. Go see what he might know or might learn working with the Inquisition. Underworld knowledge, arcane knowledge. I think arcane knowledge might be next. And then underworld, and then nobility. I almost never do anything from this screen, because it's like, you can get more gold when you sell stuff. You can pay less gold when you buy stuff. I don't usually buy stuff at Inquisition. Raw materials. I think I did that one the first time, and then I decided it wasn't important. I haven't looked at most of these in so long. High quality materials. More high quality materials. But it takes 3 levels of the Inquisition to get there. I never bother. Special offers for rare inventory. And then a sale. In hopes the Inquisitor will put in an appearance. Eh. So, I don't focus on Josephine so much. But Liliana's done. So let's get Liliana. Amulet of Power for Varric. More importantly,
we don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
has outplayed us.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer, a water course, something.
There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
I think that's the only
Fortunately,
time that's pronounced
you'll have
like
help.
that. Dorian!
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
I love Dorian.
Your spies will
I'm
never
weak.
get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Ilari's like, I was gonna volunteer. Okay, so I am over leveled already, because of course. I have taken Cassandra before. I think I've taken basically everyone but Blackwall. So I might as well. Let's go Sarah and Blackwell. Yes? Yes. I suppose. Let's go with it.
Announce us.
The invitation was for Master Llewellyn only. The rest of you must wait here.
No.
Where I go, they go.
Ilari, why are you looking down? You're not tall enough to be looking down. I love Sarah's weird sleeves.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again.
Whose friend?
And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
He's like, I can sneak you in. I can handle this. I have listened in the hinterlands.
To close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
I don't think Ilaria is quite smooth enough to be like, so we can talk about stuff that I actually have. He's more likely to do literally any of those. He's not that smooth.
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
He knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
I love that he continues to try to be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
He doesn't know what it is yet.
You're nothing but a mistake.
Hey now.
If you know so much, enlighten me. Tell me what this mark on my hand is for.
It belongs to your betters. You wouldn't even begin to understand its purpose.
That's racist.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Yeah, okay.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Basically.
Soon he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius.
They're already involved, honey.
This is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No. It's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way.
Poor Felix, he's trying so hard.
The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
No!
That was not your most careful action, Dorian.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Alright, here we go. Oh my gosh, Dorian, you're gonna use all of my potions. I'm working on it. Did you miss the fact that there's 2 of them? Because you need to be re-equipped immediately.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Did we go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan.
And
I think
Alcia
your
would have been an
surprise in
only
the castle
child.
hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here.
I love that
I'll
line.
protect you.
Not as much as I love that line. God, that was the line. The first time. I was like, okay, I guess I'm romancing Dorian. I'll protect you.
There were others in the hall. Could they have
Lord.
been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood.
Magister.
It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
What happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
Good fucking luck. Okay, first things first. Dorian, darling. Stop using all of my potions. Okay, let's see. This is... yeah, that's significantly better. You're gonna use that. And then we're gonna see what we can equip you with armor-wise. Oh, well, okay. Ugh. Honey, I owe you an apology. These are hideous. But it gets you 40 more armor points. Ugh. Oh, I'm in pain. I'm gonna take that out of the valuables. I can't leave him in this. It's terrible. Ugh, gracious. Okay. That's for Varric. I didn't take Varric. Okay. New save. Oh, wait. Ah, yes. 10 points to spend, so... first things first. We should get you Barrier. And Mind Blast, in case you get cornered. And revive in case I get cornered. Goodness, that's loud. And then some offensive shit. Stormbringer. Cooldown reduction. Bonus for missing mana. We'll do bonus for missing mana. That sounds like a Dorian thing. Okay. Now we can save. Alright. Let's get some shit. Give me the stuff. Now. We've got the key. Alright, and there's 2 doors here, and I always go through the wrong one first because one of them is blocked on the other side. I think it's this one. Because you can only go so far. Yeah, it's this one. There's barely anything here.
He's made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen.
Yes, dear, welcome to
This is
Ferelden.
not an improvement.
Actually, welcome to Ferelden and/or a game with Solus in it. Loot. Give me the stuff. Okay. The red lyrium is one thing, but the blood on the walls... Gosh. I mean, it's sensible that it's there. Of course it's there, but...
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
You're the kid.
Jesus. Hello. Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Poor kid. Ugh. It's fine, the Inquisition is just going to adopt all the orphans and elves and children and everyone who needs better. So, you know, half of Thetis. It's fine. We've got room. Ugh. Hey! Get back here. Leave my mage alone. Actually, what's the damage here? Oh my god, he's... Oh. Dorian. Oh, honey, you're a mess. Okay. Haha, no potions for us. Because I don't think there are any on Nightmare difficulty. We're doomed. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think there are any supply caches on Nightmare. hello. What's in here? Not much. Sarah. Oh, I hate this one. Why did I do this?
No, no, no. You can't be here. You're dead and they don't come back.
I'm not dead, Sarah. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Like I'm gonna believe some demon or whatever.
Oh, for the love of... No one's dead. Alexius used time magic.
Talk sense or shut it. I can't think about him.
I didn't mean to frighten you. I promise, it's really me. I'm here to stop this.
You might not know. There were so many. The day you died, I ran out of arrows making them pay. Then it didn't matter anymore.
That's my girl.
The other one killed the Empress, and then invaded with a demon army.
Ugh.
Demons everywhere. Everything is gone, or red. And I want them to hurt.
We
But
can
really
do that.
here, I'll freaking die to spit in their faces.
Done. But please don't die. We've only got 2 potions for the rest of this entire quest. Oh, Blackwall's down here too. Shit.
Andraste, have mercy. You shouldn't be here. The dead should rest in peace.
It's really me. And I'm definitely not dead, Blackwall.
I was there. I saw you fall. Alexius' spell left nothing but ash.
You skipped over too much. Look at the poor man. Alexius' spell didn't kill us. It sent us forward in time. That's how we survived.
Forward in
Oh,
time.
hello. Now I see
don't
this.
understand.
How are ya? This is me never having brought Redcliffe to Blackwall. Yeah, Redcliffe to Blackwall. Yeah, sure. Never having brought Blackwall to Redcliffe. Ooh, yeah. How'd you like it? I bet the final battle was pretty easy, huh? I always end up super overleveled by the end of the game, and Corypheus just goes down easy.
You're not the only one. Just come help me fight Alexius, and maybe we can fix all this.
Maybe I've just gone mad. If what you say is true, then this... everything I've been through, everything about this nightmare, is a mistake.
Wasn't a boss battle. You mean the battle against Corypheus, or...? Oh, no, it absolutely doesn't feel like a boss battle. It seems way simpler than that. Like, it's formatted a little like a boss battle, but by that point, it's so easy. It shouldn't count.
I should have been here. But we'll set things right.
Now I know I've gone mad. To set all this right. If we make
Honestly,
Alexius
I've played
pay
through
for
on
his
hard
crimes,
mode, and I didn't find
that's
it any
enough for me.
more difficult, really.
From what I've heard the guards say, Alexius never leaves the throne room these days.
2 leaping shot. Oh my god. Well, you also said that was what you do with the dragons, right? And you basically take them down in 2 shots. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's the ability that you figured out the trick for. More than it is the difficulty or lack thereof. I could be wrong, of course. I could always be wrong. That is always an option, but let's check out down here first, see if I missed anything. Yeah. Like I said, I never thought to do that, but that sounds like if you can take down a dragon or Corypheus in like 2 shots. That's a lot. Alright, I super don't need to be down here. Yeah. Blood on the walls again. They don't ever clean this place. Gosh. Clean up your toys, Alexius. / Corypheus. Oh, so I bet you're hitting them more with leaping shot. I thought that was one of the. Huh. I don't think I realized that one was multiple arrows. Yeah, that makes sense. More of them are hitting because it's a larger target, effectively. What did I miss? I missed something down here. Clearly. I got my bros. Both of them. Why are you not letting me continue? I went in here. There's nothing in here. I looted the thing. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I don't think I realized reduced cooldown was a thing with leaping shot, but that's kind of cool. Kind of explains things, though, too. Let's make this the most powerful possible. Oh, wait, it's dead. Why can't I do anything? I got the key. Why are you glitching? Like, did I miss something? What did I miss here? There's nothing to miss. Yeah, time zones can be particularly useful. Ah, Fiona. Derp. That's what I missed. It can be, because, I mean, I work evenings, so it's 10:35 in the morning here right now. So.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Also means that when someone's up at like 3 in the morning, there's usually someone to talk to.
Fiona, is that really you?
What's left of me?
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
But only a year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker.
Bullshit.
No one challenges him and lives.
I promise. I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Maybe.
Good. I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
I really love how they handled Leliana with this. Run!
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Bad luck.
Sure you want to find out?
I'm really good at taking wrong turns. Have I mentioned that? Because, please don't knock me off the edge, oh god. Here we go! I would love to knock you off the edge, though. Is that a thing I can do? I don't think that's a thing I can do. Ah! It's fine, Blackwell, we got this. Dorian maybe doesn't have this. Okay, this is the part where I let you use one of the 2 potions we have left. Punk. Yeah, I think that happened before you showed up this morning. Dorian used all of my potions, like the second we got to this part of the castle. Okay. No. Damn it. Oh boy, here we go. Alright.
Feels good to be fighting again.
Can we find something else to hit? It'll make me feel better.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I get for playing a rogue and finding this out the hard way. Because that's what I do. I'm not gonna be able to get that, am I? No loot for me. I hope that wasn't important. Alright, now, this is where there would be a supply cache, if there is one. I really, really hope there is one, but I don't think I'm that lucky because this is nightmare mode. I don't think... There is one! Oh, thank God. Dorian didn't totally fuck me for this entire mission. We're good. He can do that when we get back to Haven, I mean. Okay. We are okay. This is doable. Ugh. Oh yeah, and the corpse is pinned to the walls. I should level Blackwall and Sarah. I don't think I realized that they needed leveling. Aha! Where's my tank? Currently, Blackwall's my tank. I've never taken Blackwall anywhere to do anything, so this might be a challenge. But I'll find out. Let's see. I had Cassandra focusing on the one-handed stuff. I have Bull focusing on two-handed and Battle Master. Hey, go back there. So I can probably get Blackwell focusing on Vanguard. Might help if I, checked this a little earlier. That would have been intelligent of me. Livid. I love that skill. Yeah. What I usually do with most of my characters is I try to focus on one tree, and then once I've got all those branch out, because it tends to it works well, and it means that most of the... There we go. That's another important one. Take the damage with bodyguard and then ignore it. I try to max out one tree before going to another one, because that way they can get all of the decent skills out of the one tree before I start trying to branch out with them, if you will. Sarah... How have I not given Sarah any skills yet? What is wrong with me? Oh my god. Yeah, bodyguard would be an excellent passive skill, but it also means that if you're playing the warrior, it means that you can, you know, choose the battles where you're like, yes, I have enough guard to handle this, or no, I don't need to do that right now. I can, you know, focus on dealing damage, and all of the other characters can kind of suck it up. Okay. I have... I think I have Ilari mainly focused on stealth right now. Or... Oh no, he's split between subterfuge and sabotage. Okay. Well, that's part of the reason it's an activated skill, is so you can activate it whenever you want instead of all the time. The passive skills are just all the time. So those you can't really turn those off, is the less fun thing. But it's useful. More damage, greater range. Let's go with that. Yeah, it has a cooldown. That's because it's an activated skill. So the difference between the activated skills and the passive skills is the activated skills you have to push the button. And there will be... It's not a sustained... No, that's a lie. It is a sustained skill. Hang on. Dude. Yeah, because the... Yeah, Livid and Bodyguard are sustained skills, but their duration 15 seconds. There we go. So, and there's a 24-second cooldown. So it's a brief sustained skill, but it's not something that you can do like continuously. So they changed it a little bit from 2, so it's no longer like you can activate this mode, you can activate this sustained mode, and then your characters are just in that mode until you turn it off. Unfortunately, that's no longer a thing, but okay. I'm gonna save again, because I just replenished my absolutely decimated potions. Thanks, Dorian. Okay. Is this one of the go all the way around things? Yeah. I've done the same thing every single time. I keep planning more Inquisitors. That depends. Do you want one that is relatively, story-heavy gameplay light, or do you want one that is super, super heavy gameplay that you have to really kind of hunt for some of the story? Because that's the difference between 2 and Origins. Origins focuses on your wardens. I'm a huge fan of Origins because it is relatively story heavy, but like I said, you have to really pay attention and kind of hunt for the story. 2 will be 2 is like 99% story and 1% gameplay. because, no, fuck! I get the impression, they kind of got... They got screwed. They were, planning to do a lot more with 2, and their, planning time was cut short, from what I've read. So, instead, they focused on the characters and the story, and, you know, you didn't get a whole ton of gameplay. Like, for example, I can spend between 100 and 150... God damn it. 100 to 150 hours on Inquisition or Origins, but 2 consistently takes me between 80 and 85 hours.
Where was your maker when you needed him most?
Yeah, the game mechanics for Origins really were not great. So, I mean, if you wanna play another Dragon Age game, those are your 2 options. Like I said, I enjoy both, but it really depends on what you're looking for out of the game. I'm a huge... Like, I'm a story slut, I'm not gonna lie. So, the nice thing about that is you get the story with 2, and you can find it with Origins. Yes, Origins is the first one. And like I said, unfortunately, the skill trees, it's not a tree, it's a chart. It gives you 4 abilities in each line. So like you'll have 3 lines of archery skills that you can go through. In 2, they had at least started to shape out the ability trees, and the ability trees make more sense. They're not developed in quite the same way as Inquisition, but they make way more sense than in Origins. And also, the game is a little bit prettier. It's still super stylized, but it's not... It's not Origins.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
I love what they did with Liliana. It hurts me so much, but they did it so well.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
She's like, but it happened to me.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach,
this was 1 year for her.
Enough. This is all
This was we're 1 year in the future. That's what happens with in Hushed Whispers. You get sent 1 year into the future. They just apparently starved her the entire time and tortured her instead of actually, you know, doing something to preserve their prisoner.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
And that is absolutely... Like, this is what happens when you take a spy master who is incredibly intelligent to begin with, and then remove everything that makes her personable. They did so well. Okay. Oh, right, because that was the item I couldn't get because it got stuck in the ceiling. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Open the door.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
There isn't. Fuck you.
Someone help!
Okay. Let's see if I can do this before something smacks me. There we go. Fabulous. Well, that didn't quite work, but okay. There. I hate fighting wraiths. My caltrips are useless. Oh goodness, okay. Hang on. How do you mean that Inquisition could be the game that conquered fantasy RPG game sector? Oh, like taking it over and kind of reshaping the genre, basically. I think it's kind of started to do that. I really do. Also, can we talk about the details here? Because this ridiculous amount of sigils and runes and shit. Really? How do you mean it didn't work well? Because I mean, I admit my my gameplay experience is relatively limited. Inquisition is really one of the only ones that I've played a lot of, and I haven't done many fantasy RPGs outside of like Final Fantasy and things like that. Aha, is that why you were saying I should play The Witcher? Besides the fact that, you know, a lot of people do enjoy it. I'm not saying that doesn't come into it, but...
No. Come forth.
Most of the RPGs I've played in the past were a lot less customizable.
Alexius can't have wanted this.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't say much. I bought Inquisition and then I spent $45 on DLC because I wanted to find out what they had planned. And like I said, I enjoyed all three of them. I don't regret any piece of that, but also, oh my god. yeah, the books too. What I want to see, there we go. What I tended to do, was, I'm a story slut. I've said it already. I love the backstory stuff, so anytime there are accompanying books, I will at least rent them from the library, if not buy them outright, relatively quickly. If the books suck, then I get pissed off, and that's... Honestly, that was where I went with the Assassin's Creed books. I bought the book for 2, and I was super pissed off because I didn't like the writing, and I didn't like the fact that it was literally just the game retold. But stuff like the Dragon Age books, those are their backstory. So I love shit like that. Okay, you know what? They're ignoring me. I'm gonna close the rift. Or disrupt the rift, I suppose. Okay. That's 2. That's it. Okay. I think one of my favorite things about Dragon Age is how much story there is to find, and how easy it is to find. Because you can find it in Origins, but it's kind of hidden in codex entries and books and things, and God forbid you miss one. You lose a lot if you don't read the codex entries in Origins. In this one, you don't lose that much. But by the time Inquisition came around, they had figured out that cutscenes are really important. And you can have more than just big plot cutscenes. Sneaky, sneaky to the rift. Disrupt the rift. Bitch! Gamers read while reading. I'm not sure I quite follow with me. I also tend to go back and read later if that's what you mean. But yes, agreed. It makes things a lot easier to it doesn't break immersion if you don't have to go back and read the codex entries to get your story. So I definitely agree with that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with the codex entries for backup, but yeah, let books do the codex entries work. Yeah. But again, then you're spending more money. So that's, you know, I'm alright with having the codex entries. I just don't want the codex entries to be the driving point of some of the backstory. I don't want to have to go looking for backstory necessarily. I'll find it, don't get me wrong, but I would rather play most of my backstory and then go from there. Upper Royal Wing. Nothing in here. Ah, yes. Loot. Alexius's journal. Nothing works. Everything's failed. I'm a failure. I'm depressed. Which, I mean, you know, he's almost a what's the word? No, Connor, no. No.
Connor! It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
So that's the other thing. Connor is the main point of one of the main quests in Origins, and you have the option to kill a child because he becomes an abomination. He summoned a demon. He made a deal with a demon so his father wouldn't die. Or you have the option to not kill him immediately, go through all of this complicated quest bullshit, use a blood magic spell via, you know, there's a few different ways you can do that. And but you don't have to kill the child. So if Connor is still in your Inquisitions, in Inquisition,
what became of Felix? Do you know?
Words are hard.
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to
Playthrough.
tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Didn't get killed. But he is this huge driving force, and he's a child in Origins, and everything is sad. I got really... That's part of the reason I tell people that they should play Origins if they get the chance. I got really, really attached to so many different pieces of the plot of Origins that I cannot imagine playing Inquisition without having played Origins first. It's not even because it's necessarily a good game, it's because it informs Inquisition really, really well. Like, I never put Blackwall in my party because I was really attached to the Grey Wardens because of Origins. I didn't really like him all that much, and then, you know, you get the big reveal about what is Blackwall's backstory, and I got super pissed off, and I was like halfway through the game at that point. I wasn't even I wasn't even near the end, so it was kind of a, how dare you betray the Grey Wardens? I will fight you. My warden died for this. So I get really attached to characters for silly reasons, really. But that's a lot of the that's my attachment to Origins. You know, you see Alistair, you get to kind of shape how Inquisition works. Get out of the glyph. Fuck. I tried to get out of the glyph. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do this for a second, and I'm gonna go over here and disrupt a rift. I can't, can I? I can't. Okay, fine. Close the rift. But yeah,
of that way. I'm sure that's where Alexius is hiding.
Of the Dragon Age Inquisition game, yeah, sure, the Inquisition games. Of the Dragon Age games that are not Inquisition, I think, like I said, 2 will get you the story. 2 is very formulaic, but oh no, no battery. Hello again. So, you probably missed me ranting about Origins then. Effectively, all I said was, Origins informs Inquisition. I got really attached to a lot of the plot points and characters in Origins, so that's part of the reason I suggest it to people. But if you're not really into backstory, you can get the gist from Inquisition. I definitely, I think it's worth it because I like the backstory shit, but...
Maker's breath, where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps, but it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be?
Extremely.
His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
It's telling me to go back up, but I don't think that I'm supposed to go back up that particular stairwell, because I think that one's a little bit busted.
Are they praying? Let's try to take them by surprise.
No!
Cover the stairs.
That one. Oh, shit. Ah, well. Fuck you! Oh, Sarah. Shit. Hey, Blackwell, we got guys with shields trying to take down our single solitary mage. Can we take care of this, please? There we go.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
No, it doesn't, does it? Okay, now. If they're not using potions, that probably means that I'm down to 2, which means I can use it on the 2 characters that are ready to go down, and then go back and find that supply cache. Thank God for supply caches. Oh my god. I didn't find any red lyrium. Oh, I did. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, that says 2. 2 out of 5 is good. This is that bit that I always forget is here. Okay. Bloodstains on everything all the time. I don't like the look, Alexius. slash Carivius. You weren't disappointed about this ending. What, the game ending, or in Hush Whispers? Which is the... sure. The quest I'm on. Words are hard. Yeah. Like I said, it's alright, and then if you're anything like me, you play through Trespasser and you go, why wasn't that in the game? That was kind of... I don't think necessarily the ending is disappointing without it, but it's one of those you look back and you go, excuse me, you kept this from me, why? Alright, where the hell was that supply cache? We have insufficient information. Where did I even come in? I love these maps, really. Okay. Went down there. I think that's maybe where I came in. Probably. I suspect. No, that's the fancy door. This is where I came in. Hang on. Because I bounced right over that. That's where I came in. Okay. Find the supply cache. Was it through one more door? Yes, it was. Okay. Dorian. Potion. Sarah. Potion. Supply cache. Okay. We're doing good. This is acceptable. I went through, there's a, one of the trophies is for the trial of something. This one, I actually really enjoy this part because it's so character heavy. I liked the gameplay the one time I sided with the Templars a lot more because it was creepy and it was weird and I didn't like it, but it was really interesting the way they did it. Yeah, the markers. I think honestly part of that is just the fact that they changed up the maps in Inquisition and they're not well labeled. The markers are kind of, where do you have to go? Oh, there's another supply cache. Okay, that's good to know. The markers are kind of, where do you have to go? And then they change when you change floors, which is obnoxious. But effectively, I got used to it. I don't think they're very good either.
Quickly.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you, Dorian. I got you. Enchanter down. Oh, now we have to take care of everyone else. Here we go! I wish I had, like, an area of effect attack. I think the throwing knives ability you can make into area of effect, but I don't have that yet. Because that's way at the end of the skill tree I was working on. Fuck you! Yeah. Okay.
I could really go for some light reading.
Not right now, you can't. I love that line, though. I could really go for some light reading, and then he lives in the library at Skyhold. Loot the things. There we go. Is there anything else down here? There's gotta be. Oh, no, this just gets me back to the other stairwell that I was just in. Okay. I'm gonna go back then. Down the hall, I just came out of there.
What happened here? Somebody had very questionable taste.
Something like that. Can't open that door. And that's it. Okay.
Want to climb up and shoot them in the eyes from above?
Yes! That sounds like a fantastic idea. I'm not an archer, Sarah. However, I am a stealthy rogue. So I can do this! Oh, it didn't work! Damn! That would have been great. Oh, how did that happen? I literally just slingshot myself directly through the red lyrium and off the map. Okay. Sure game. That's fine. Now are we done? We're done. Okay. We're not done. Now we're done. Yes?
Cute in your
Yes.
little pool of guts.
You know, she says things like that, and then Bull says things like that, and she gets freaked out. I don't know, maybe it's because of Bull's tone when he says it or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's because she spent so long thinking of herself as, quote, the little guy, unquote, that it... when she sees a literal big guy saying shit like that, she gets freaked out. I don't know! I should stop psychoanalyzing characters. But it's so much fun. Ooh, look, a locked door! Get me through that door. Go through this door. Hope they didn't notice me. I keep forgetting about my poison. I have poisoned weapons. And I never use them. Cool, we got all 5 shards.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Blackwell, you want to take out a wall first? Yeah! What even is in here besides a fuck ton of red lyrium? Great, a fuck ton of red lyrium and a tiny shield. Oh, and another locked door. Okay. Wrong game. Nope. Nope. That wasn't much. Okay. Hey Blackwell, do me a favor and take out another wall once I get this book. Studies on the Blight. Yeah! Alright, now what gives? We still have 7 potions. And Dorian is getting real low health and not using them. I'm confused. He literally used 6 potions in that first fight, and now he won't use them? Okay. Okay, we'll see how this goes. It's fine. I am concerned, but it's fine. Alright. So I should see what's over here. No, that's where I came from. Did I miss a room? I seem to have missed a room. I'm gonna go back and check. So, I got this guy. And then you go back through here, and you got this guy. And this is back in the hall, so that's fine. And then you go back through here, and I got this guy. And now we're back in the hall again. That's interesting. Okay. And then we go down the hall. Skyrim store. Okay. That's, again, not one I've played. I haven't played a lot of video games. I am not a gamer because I have played a lot of video games. I am a gamer because I have played certain video games a lot of times. I want to get Skyrim, but it's that thing about, you know, funds. Funds are, I have other priorities, let's say. Like finding an apartment. That's gonna be a while, but anyway. I do want to play Skyrim. It sounds like a lot of fun. I love open world stuff. Just running around and beating on things, and oh look, a quest on the side. That's also kind of how I play Dragon Age, for the record, so, you know. Also a thing. And that just brings me back into the main hall, right? Effectively.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
So much.
Rith tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Okay. There's a supply cache here, which I should probably use before I go through that door. Because why not? Okay. No. Ilari, no. You play some games cracked? I'm not familiar with that term. Is that like unlocking a phone? When you take it off of its original. Okay, yeah. I mean, whatever works, I suppose. I don't condone this because blah blah, I don't want them to come after me mostly. But I ain't gonna judge. Yeah.
No Venatori this time, Alexius? Where's the trap? Your guards?
There's no longer any. I knew you would appear again.
I don't have a
not that it would be now,
computer that I think would be able to handle that, even if I wanted to risk it, so.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
The end?
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed.
Hey man, whatever works for you. I enjoy the games that I have played, even though there haven't been a lot. I just bought a Switch, so there will be a few more, but
Felix.
That's Felix.
I bought a Switch in Breath of the Wild.
What have you done?
He would have died.
With my tax return.
I saved him. Please,
so.
Don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Alright, Inigo Montoya.
No!
God, all I can think of there is how much that must have hurt with how fucked her joints are. Like, that's gonna... Ugh. Malnutrition and being starved are gonna fuck up your joints forever. And he just threw her back. Ah, fuck.
Where are your assassins this time?
Yes. Yeah, oh god. I honestly, that's why I like In Hushed Whispers so much. Like, first of all, fuck the Templars, but the story is the entire reason I play this one over Champions of the Just, because it's so story heavy, it is intense. I have to tell you, I've played, let's see, I went with the Templars, I forget if it was once or twice, but that means that I have played In Hushed Whispers 7 or 8 times, including this one. And every single time when you get to the end and Leliana is basically saying, "We'll hold the line, go back," she starts like, I'm not into their fantasy Christianity, don't get me wrong, but she starts praying and I have just cried probably 5 of those times. It's so raw. It's intense. Yep, here we go. He's shielded, so I gotta go over here and disrupt a rift. Oh. Well, thank you for being considerate enough to not fuck me over while I was disrupting a rift, Terror Demon. That's unusually considerate. Oh.
Victory is impossible.
Fuck you. Uh-oh, uh-oh. It's one of those, huh?
Victory is impossible.
Emotions. I have them. I have so many emotions. I have to be honest. Dragon Age, like I said, I have a lot of feelings. Dragon Age makes me feel all of them. That's part of the reason I love Origins so much, I think. God damn it. Well, how'd that work out?
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it? This is the same amulet.
It kind of is.
I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous.
I've seen that joke. Someone, there's a lot of fan art that's been, you know, choose your romance.
That's impossible.
Oh god, I think they're hilarious. Oh, here we go. Hang on. I have to feel my feelings, because it's coming up.
The Elder One.
There's a reason they won. We'll go on ahead. Take out as many as we can. Leliana, you're the last line of defense. Give them what you've got.
He's like, no.
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
here we go. Do the thing, Dorian.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
And she's barely got the strength to draw the bow. Oh
Andraste,
boy.
guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
Yep, yep. Oh, God. She deserves this badass music. Ugh. Okay.
You'll have to do better than that.
Good thing Dorian can be so flip, because I don't think Ilari's got it in him.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
This time.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
You know, I tend to look at most of the
Well, I'm glad that's over
prisoners that you can take home from your main quests as, but these are resources we can use, which I suppose, you know, Leliana would like that. But
or not.
You are able to
Grand Enchanter.
basically
Imagine
make Alexius work
how surprised
for you.
I was to learn you'd given Redcliffe
So.
Castle away to a Tevinter Magister.
Oh,
King
and this kills
Alistair.
me. Are you aware
Especially
of
since
the
I'm
whole
fairly
connection
sure
here? Have you read this
Redcliffe
part?
belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intend,
Because he doesn't know it, but he's talking to his mother.
but you've made it impossible.
It's not really a spoiler because it's not in the game, at least not
You and
the
your
way.
followers are no longer
Like, I think there is a way for you to find it out, but I don't
We have hundreds
know
who need
what that
protection.
is. It's a
Where will we go?
convoluted thing. Yeah, that's Fiona is Alistair's mother. Alistair was one of your party members in Origins, and he was great, and you have the choice to make him king, which I did the first time. I'm still trying to decide if I will do that the second time, and Fiona is his mother. Yep. Grand Enchanter Fiona was his mother. The Origins tells you that he was the bastard son of the king and a servant. But they don't tell you anything about this servant, and also, you know, after the fact you kind of go, wait, was that true? Because he was the bastard son. That's all you know for sure. Because he was also told that his mother died. Fiona's alive.
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
No
I
one
usually
fights well
do.
for their captors.
After this, stick them up a tower.
Hush, Sarah.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Like, you don't really get anything in either direction. I'm sure this will affect things in Dragon Age 4 if and when it comes out, but part of what I'm doing with this playthrough is redoing what I did the first time, and part of what I'm doing this playthrough is fixing what I did the first time. I don't think this is necessarily something that I need to fix, so I'm gonna do allies
We would be
again.
honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you.
I
Any
do
chance of
believe
success requires
I've
your full support.
I'd take that offer if I were you.
because I
One
really
way
like the
or another,
characters,
you're
basically.
leaving the
It's one of the more engaging games that I've played, and it's one in which I don't get stuck. So I can just
I will gather my people
keep
and
going
ready them
with
for
the
the
same
journey to
game,
Haven.
and then
The breach will be
the way I
closed.
play it is kind
You
of
will not regret giving us this.
it's a little bit like playing a tabletop for me, except I know what the choices are going to be now because I have played it 8 times start to finish. So at this point I'm just going, okay, but how would a different character respond to this situation? And I'm basically playing this as a character builder at this point because it does have all of that customization. And I really love the world, the Dragon Age setting, Thetis. Yeah, yeah, Inquisition does not have a short story when you're going through uh, the way I do. I'm a little bit of a completionist in Inquisition. Um, I don't get to do that in a lot of other games, which I think
It's
is
not a
another
matter for
reason
debate.
I like
There
it
will
so
be
much.
abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Thanks, Kellen. I mean, 3 of those. We do need their cooperation. They do deserve freedom. And if they fuck up, we can fix it. But, you know, I forget what I said the first time. But I mean, they're all true. Ilari's a bleeding heart.
They're not monsters, they're people. And they deserve the same respect as anyone else.
This is not about respect.
Yes, I can
Even
tell.
the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The
I
sole
love
point
Cassandra.
of the Herald's mission was to gain
I
the mage's
have...
aid, and that was accomplished.
You know what? I forget
The
because I
voice
got
of
it secondhand.
pragmatism speaks.
Um,
Here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
I'm gonna have to Google
Closing
that,
the breach
actually.
is all that matters.
I got it secondhand and it wasn't super clearly labeled.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
Oh no, it's a slim.
One battle
Looking
at
at
a time.
these images.
It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room.
Maybe.
Join us.
Maybe.
None of this means anything without your
Hang
mark,
on.
after all.
I think it might be an original, actually.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when
Yeah,
you're
because
ready.
it's all
I'll
boxy
skip
and it's
the war
got
council,
the one
But I would like to see this breach up
shiny bit, and
close,
the rest
if you
of it
don't
is.
Then you're
Yeah.
staying.
Mine's
Oh,
an original.
Didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore
Yep,
it to
standard.
little pieces.
I love Dorian.
I must admit, I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen. What this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
Yay!
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent
Yeah,
choice.
I read
But
about
let's
that.
not get stranded again anytime
I'm
soon.
not sure
yet.
how I feel
I'll begin
about
preparations
future
to march on the
consoles
summit.
generally.
Make a willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
I tend to kind of skip around with consoles. Like, I got a PS2 because there were games that I wanted on it, and then I got an Xbox 360 because there were a couple of next generation things that I wanted on it that were Xbox exclusive, and then I got a PS4. I haven't gotten an Xbox One, and all of the stuff that I want for the One is also on PS4. And all of, like, I keep just bouncing around, and then I also just bought a Switch, so I'm not buying anything super soon. Um, but also, I miss Nintendo games. I didn't get into video games until high school, so that alone. Oh wow, I am right at max inventory. Cool. Um, I didn't get into video games until high school, so that. Oh no, there was a pommel on that I could use. Okay, I need to like pay attention for 2 seconds here. Do, do, do. Um, so high school. A friend of mine had her brother's PS2 and actually Devil May Cry 3, the special edition. So, here's three of us staying up until like fuck 30 in the morning, just playing Dragon Age 3. Yeah, sure, Dragon Age. Devil May Cry 3. And I had never played video games before, so I didn't do it well. It's that point where you're like, oh no, I have to do that. That's the thing that they're implying that they want me to do next. Yeah, it honestly, I'm more interested in what comes out on them before I figure out, because unfortunately, you know, I can say I don't care about the price of the games, but that's a lie. Um, it's more that I care about what I'm going to be playing more than I care about, you know, whatever. Because I don't get super interested in a lot of games. Yeah, I honestly, if you hadn't said that, I would not know that your first language was not English. Do you mind my asking what it is? Because yes, your English is great. Ah, Turkish. I know nothing about Turkish, so I can't really comment in any direction on that one. But like I said, from a native English speaker, I can definitely say that I wouldn't have known if you hadn't said anything. Um, Not that necessarily means a lot, but there are some times I speak a little bit of Spanish, and there are times where I look at some people's sentence structure and I go, oh, I know which language you spoke, don't I? Because sometimes things just come out differently in a way that makes it a little bit more obvious that English is not the speaker's first language, which whatever. Congratulations, you're more um, you're better spoken than most native English speakers. So most I don't know if it's actually most, but many native English speakers only speak English. Um, +2 strength, +2 willpower. Well, I can probably get him at least the +2 willpower. I just can't handle seeing him in this frumpy, disgusting outfit. I love Dorian. He deserves to be pretty. And that I can get rid of. Cool. Let's equip you a little better. You don't need enhanced belt of magic defense versus belt of urgency. That belt of urgency probably came in handy a lot. I think that's the same thing. That's that one. Really? a master's degree in English, that's... You know what? I think you can do it. You've got, like I said, you've got a really solid grasp of the grammar for sure, and there's nothing that you've said that made me go, wait, huh? Except, you know, in the way that I don't always understand what's being said to me, but that's on me. More than it is anyone, really. I just am really good at misunderstanding people. Let's give you guard penetration instead of your payback strike ring. Flash fire goes to Vivienne. Oh, Vivienne has nothing yet. Okay, let's give you an amulet of magic. Do that for Varric. And then give you back your life ward because you keep dying. Oh my goodness, you're so much younger than I was expecting too. 9th grade. Yeah, no, gosh. So, master on it academically in a... Is that like a class that you want to end up taking, or is that... Because the way I interpreted that was a master's degree in the future. And I have some... I know some folks that have got a master's in English, so... That's part of the reason my brain went there, I think. Vivienne doesn't have a belt. She doesn't use ice spells, though. I suppose we'll give her magic defense and give Solus the Winter Pact. Okay. So that's definitely going to be an upgrade from what Varric's got. I will come back to the war room shortly, because the first thing I have to do is empty my inventory. And then I'm going to see if I have enough materials to make Dorian some armor. And then I can just sell everything that I have for mage armor, if that's the case. There we go. Okay. No! Oh, god damn it. An error.